Matt, just 2 games left here in regular season. What does this team need to do better to get ready for that tournament?
I think that we saw some encouraging things against Milwaukee. I thought that we played better defensively. We just didn't get shots to go down, and that's something that we need for us to go, at our highest pace. We got to get shots to fall. I think that we got stops, but I think that if we can put it all together, I think that we're a team that people don't want to see.
It seems like in a lot of the rather lopsided losses, the team doesn't shoot well.
Yeah.
Is it really that simple for you guys when shots aren't falling? It's tough to overcome.
I think so. I think that with us, kind of being, it's looking back a long time, but being without Bob, that we're kind of down, and I think that we do need some things to kind of go our way. We got to be the first ones to the floor. We got to make sure that we're not giving up offensive rebounds and we're making shots. I think those are the keys for us.
Matt, that said, when things aren't going well, when things aren't shooting well, does this team, because you guys do play up-tempo offense and you guys do well at that, but does this team ever think, pressure defense can create some points and get things going first?
Yeah, I think that we do, but I think that sometimes I think it just piles on a little bit quicker just because we are a little bit younger, and I don't think that we have that kind of that level of maturity to overcome and stop some of those runs. Like yesterday, I think that we had 3 turnovers. We had it down to 6, and we had 3 turnovers in a row, and that kind of stuff just doesn't happen with veteran teams. You get one, and then you make sure that you get a good play in the next time. You don't compound those errors, and I think that that's something that we need to grow and learn from.
Just to follow up, Matt, you think you guys have the ingredients to make
I do, yeah. And I have all types of confidence in this team. You look all the way down the line. Cisco's had games with 20 points. Jordan just had a big game against Green Bay. Cam obviously has been really consistent if you take out the Milwaukee game. And even when you look at the Milwaukee game, he had shots. It's just the fact that we didn't knock down shots. I missed a lot of shots. When we have 4 guys that aren't hitting out of our starting 5, I think it's tough for us to win.
That being said, it's tough to talk about the difference being not making shots when the team's giving up almost 90 points a game. How do you address that?
Yeah, and I think that does – I think that because we are kind of a younger team, our defense sometimes is – unfortunately is the way it is. It's sometimes our defense is predicated off our offense. And, when we aren't making shots, then we do sometimes give up things on the defensive end that we shouldn't, and it's things that we wouldn't give up if we were shooting the ball a little bit better and clicking offensively.
When you said there's sometimes a lull and stuff like that, who needs to step up at that point and maybe stop the bleed?
I think it needs to be either me, Cisco, or Cam, people that some of our younger guys look to. Obviously, Cisco's kind of been our vocal leader. And I think that, it had been tough, for a little while, who to look to when Bob went down. Obviously myself being new, Cisco being new somewhat in a sense. But I think, there's kind of at this point that there are some guys that we do look to, and I think that, it doesn't have to be one specific person, but I think that someone does need to, kind of step up and not put it on their shoulders, but put it on themselves to make sure that we get something good.
In 6 of your last 7 games, you guys have given up more than 70 or 80 points. Is that a concern at all?
Obviously it's definitely something that we are concerned with. And we've tried some different looks defensively. But I think that it's just something that we need to just hunker down and get stops and just not let them beat us, just man on man, that type of thing.
But at this time of the season, does that maybe put an exclamation point on it because you only have 2 games left in the regular season?
Yeah, it does, but I think that that's something that you can also look at and say, hey, if we were able to get stops with the way that we score the ball, I think that it can also be something that can be very encouraging. If we hold the team to 55 or 60 points, that's something that could easily translate into a win. And especially when it gets this late in the season and they start letting it get a little bit more chippy and they're not going to be, as quick on the whistle as they were in the beginning of the year, I think that that's something that can help us.